Hello students, my name is Kritika and I am your computer digital mentor. Today we are going to start our chapter number 9, that is cyber threats and security. So students, before we start our chapter, here we have some lesson objectives. First is about cybercrime. Second, cybercrime against an individual person. Next, cybercrime against property. Next, cybercrime against organization and society. And lastly, cyber security. So students, let's start our chapter. Computer and internet have become integral part of our life. The fast growing technologies of the modern age have made our life much easier and more connected around the globe through interconnected networks. Today, we are connected to the internet through computer, smartphone or tablet. These devices are used for storing personal information, online banking, online shopping, booking tickets, playing games and connecting with friends over social media. Although networks of today have made the communication process very easy and have provided great opportunities in almost all spheres, yet there are various kind of challenges and threats related to the use of these networks of today. These threats are called cybercrimes. So students, now let's start our first topic, that is cybercrime. So cybercrime or computer oriented crime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used in the commissions of a crime or it may be the target. Cybercrimes crossing international borders and involving the action of at least one nation state is sometimes referred to as cyber warfare. Now, cybercrime can be divided into three main groups. So, these groups are: first, crime against an individual person; second, crime against property; and lastly, third, crime against an organization or society. Students, here you can see the picture of cybercrime. Now, let's start our next topic, that is cybercrime against an individual person. So, let's read about how can cybercrime affect an individual person. So, the offense that cause or attempt to cause harm or threat an individual come in this category. These crimes can be committed in the form of: first, email spoofing. The term spoof means to hoax, tricks or device. Therefore, in the IT world, spoofing refers to tricking or deceiving computer system or other computer users. This is typically done by hiding one's identity or taking the identity of other user on the internet. Email spoofing is possible because the simple mail transfer protocol does not provide a mechanism for address authentication. Although email address authentication protocols and mechanisms have been specified to better email spoofing. Now, then cyber stalking. The repeated use of electronic communication to harass or frighten someone, for example, by sending threatening emails. In cyber stalking, the person can harass and humiliate the victim by posting false information about him or her. Second, monitor or view a victim's online activities. Third, damage the victim's computer by sending viruses. Fourth, threaten the victim or his family. And last, order humiliating item or subscribe cheap magazines and deliver these at victim's house or workplace. Now next is cyberbullying. Students, here you can see the picture of cyber stalking. Now next is cyberbullying. It is an act of harming or harassing through information technology in an international manner. This involves insulting remarks and threatening messages sent by email, spreading rumors about the person either by mail or social networking sites, posting shameful photos and videos to hurt the person, offensive remark against gender, race, religion or nationality. Or you can say the use of electronic communication to bully a person, typically by sending messages at an intimidating or threatening nature. Students, here you can see the picture of cyberbullying. So now let's start. These are some types of cyber crime. So now let's start our new topic, that is cyber crime against property. So let's read. A cyber crime against all form of property include unauthorized computer computer trespassing through cyberspace, computer vandalism, transmission of harmful programs, and unauthorized possession of computerized information. They can steal a person's bank details and withdraw money from his account. Misuses credit card of a person, spoil the system of an organization through malicious software to gain access to it. And here is identity theft. Procuring or stealing someone's personal information is called identity theft. It is a major issue for people who use internet for online shopping, cash transaction, and banking services. The stolen information generally include a person's name, date of birth, account number, credit, debit card number, ATM pin, etc. This information is then misused to acquire genuine document, new credit cards to make purchase, withdraw money, get passports and driving license in the victim name. Hackers steal the information either through hacking the network that a person is connected to or placing a software unknowingly on a person's computer. So students, these are some types of cyber crime. तो स्टूडेंट साइबर क्राइम क्या होती है? साइबर क्राइम वो क्राइम होती है जो इंटरनेट के थ्रू या किसी कनेक्शन के या किसी कंप्यूटर कनेक्शन के थ्रू, हम कंप्यूटर के थ्रू जो क्राइम होते हैं वो क्राइम, जैसे किसी की आइडेंटिटी चुराना, यानी कि किसी की आइडेंटिटी के थ्रू उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन निकालना और फिर उसके बैंक से ट्रांजैक्शन करना, या फिर कोई प्रॉपर्टी का मिसयूज करना, या फिर उसको स्टॉक करना, उसका पीछा करना, ये सब आता है साइबर क्राइम के अंदर. मतलब ओवरऑल वो क्राइम जो इंटरनेट के थ्रू या कंप्यूटराइज्ड हो. नाउ phishing is the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information such as username, password and credit card details by discussing credit card details by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity in an electronic communication. Here you can see the picture of phishing. तो स्टूडेंट्स, फिशिंग क्या होती है? फिशिंग मतलब कि अगर हमारे साथ कोई ऐसा फ्रॉड होता है कि वो कोई दूसरा बंदा इंटरनेट के थ्रू हमसे कम्युनिकेट करता है और वो अपने आप को एक ट्रस्टवर्दी एंटिटी बताता है कि फिर हमसे हमारी क्रेडिट कार्ड की डिटेल्स, यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड वगैरह लेके फिर वो हमारे साथ फ्रॉड करता है, तो ये क्या होती है? फिशिंग. नाउ लेट्स लर्न अबाउट फार्मिंग. फार्मिंग इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ ऑनलाइन फ्रॉड very similar to phishing. In this type of attack, piece of malicious code is installed on a computer or a server which misdirect the user to fraudulent website without their knowledge in order to obtain personal information such as password, account number, etc. तो फार्मिंग क्या होती है? फार्मिंग भी फिशिंग से काफी सिमिलर होती है. इसमें क्या होता है कि इसके थ्रू कोई अननोन हमारे सर्वर में या हमारे कंप्यूटर में ऐसा एक मैलिशियस कोड इंस्टॉल कर देता है हमारे कंप्यूटर में, सर्वर के थ्रू या हमारे कंप्यूटर के थ्रू, फिर उससे वो हमारी पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन हैक कर लेता है. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज इट फ्रॉम साइबर क्राइम. नाउ लेट्स रीड अबाउट आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज साइबर क्राइम अगेंस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और सोसाइटी. सो लेट्स रीड. It is an organized, politically motivated attack to create large-scale disorder in computer network. This category can create panic amongst the civilians. In this category, criminals hack government website, military website, or curricular propaganda. So, students, before we learn further, here we have an interesting fact that says MyDome is considered to be most expensive virus in the world and in cybersecurity history, having caused an estimated financial damage of $38.5 billion. Now students, let's read. Cyber vandalism. It is the creation of mischievous programs to perform harmful tasks, for example, to physically harm a computer or any of its parts, putting a malware on a computer that rubs out the hard drive data or steals sensitive information. It also includes editing the online content in a mischievous manner so as defame a website or disrupt business. So students, cyber vandalism क्या होता है? cyber vandalism एक ऐसा mischievous program होता है जो हम अपने सर्वर के थ्रू या कंप्यूटर के थ्रू किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या किसी बिजनेस वाले. साइबर वैंडलिज्म क्या होता है? साइबर वैंडलिज्म का यूज तब करते हैं जब किसी कंपनी को या किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को डिफेम करने के लिए उसके सॉफ्टवेयर में या उसके कंप्यूटर में फिजिकली कोई मिस्चीवियस प्रोग्राम इंस्टॉल कर देते हैं जिसके वजह से उनके कंप्यूटर का या उनके सिस्टम का जो भी डेटा होता है, जो भी हार्ड ड्राइव होता है, वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है और सारा डेटा रब हो जाता है, जिससे कंपनी को काफी नुकसान होता है, फिर कंपनी डीफेम हो जाती है। तो ये होता है साइबर वैंडलिज्म। So students, now we have hacking. So before we learn about hacking, here we have an interesting fact. Let's read. Malware attacks is the most costly cyber attack. So students, here you can see the picture of cyber vandalism. Now let's read our topic, hacking. Hacking means an illegal entry into a computer system. Hackers write or use ready-made computer program to attack the target computer. Some hackers do it just for enjoyment, while others hack for personal gains by stealing credit card information and transferring money from various bank accounts to their own, or stealing sensitive information and some corporate giants. So students, here you can see the picture of hacking. So hacking क्या होती है? Hacking मतलब अगर हम किसी कंप्यूटर को, जो हैकर्स होते हैं वो या तो खुद से प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं या किसी रेडीमेड प्रोग्राम का यूज करके किसी कंप्यूटर को हैक करते हैं, और ये ज्यादातर बैंक अकाउंट्स के साथ होता है ताकि उनके कंप्यूटर्स हैक करके वो मनी उनके अकाउंट से, उनके बैंक से अपने अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं। तो ये हैकिंग है। नाउ लेट्स रीड आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी। सो चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ पोर्नोग्राफी शोइंग चिल्ड्रन व्हिच इज अगेंस्ट द लॉ. In many countries, child pornography is most often made by taking picture or videos, or more rarely sound recording of children who are revealing less clothing or having sex. Child sexual abuse images because it is image of child who is being sexually abused. तो स्टूडेंट्स, चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी क्या होती है? चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी होती है, ये काफी जगह, इंडिया में काफी जगह पे इलीगल भी है। तो चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी में बच्चों से रिलेटेड, इसमें बच्चों की अब्यूज्ड इमेज या फिर उनकी वीडियोस को इंटरनेट पे वायरल करने को कहते हैं चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी. सो स्टूडेंट्स, बिफोर वी मूव फर्दर, हियर वी हैव again an interesting fact. So bots are one of the most sophisticated type of crimeware application that perform a wide variety of automated tasks on behalf of the cyber criminals. Now next we have cyber squatting, registering an internet domain name that sounds similar to a widely known company or product is called cyber squatting. For example, if fannyshirts.com were a popular clothing site, a cyber squatter might register fancyshirtclothing.com and hope to rank high on a search engine's result page. The site might sell a competitive product or make money from ads. Or you can say the action of forging a copy or imitation of a document, signature, banknote or work of art. तो बच्चों, साइबर स्क्वाटिंग क्या होती है? साइबर स्क्वाटिंग का मतलब, जैसे अगर कोई कंपनी, एक वेल नोन कंपनी है जैसे कि fannyshirts.com, तो दूसरी कंपनी उसी से रिलेटेड एक नाम रखती है जैसे कि fancyshirts.com. उस वेबसाइट के जैसी ही एक क्लाउन वेबसाइट या उसके जैसी दूसरी वेबसाइट होती है। फेमस कंपनी के वेबसाइट, जो फेमस कंपनी के कस्टमर्स को अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए या उनके कस्टमर्स को लेने के लिए ऐसी वेबसाइट बनाते हैं जिससे जो फेमस कंपनी होती है उनको काफी लॉस होता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट वी हैव फॉर्जरी. इट रेफर्स टू द मेकिंग ऑफ फॉल्स कॉपी ऑफ अ डॉक्यूमेंट सच एज बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट, ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, करेंसी नोट्स, चेकबुक, पासपोर्ट, postage, revenue stamps and mark sheets, etc. with an internet to check an individual or an organization. Special software, scanners and the other devices are used to regenerate these documents and act with the intended scam. So students, फॉर्जरी के अंदर किसी वैलिड डॉक्यूमेंट जैसे कि मार्कशीट, डेट ऑफ बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट, चेकबुक्स, पासबुक, ऐसे इन सारे मेन यूजफुल डॉक्यूमेंट्स के इनकी कॉपीज बनाई जाती है जिनसे ये ज्यादा ओरिजिनल लगने लगते हैं, जो कि एक बहुत ही अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी. सो स्टूडेंट्स, हियर यू कैन सी द पिक्चर ऑफ फॉर्जरी. नाउ आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज साइबर एक्सटॉर्शन. It is a crime in which the victim is attacked first and then demanded to pay money to stop further attacks. Cyber extortion may be committed by blocking the system resource of the victim by some ransomware or DOS, that is denial of service attack. Hacked emails are used to do this crime. These fake emails force the users to click on some links that may install the malware. Here you can see the interface. Here you can see the picture of extortion. Now let's read cyber terrorism. It is used to conduct terrorism through the use of computer and the internet in order to create fear and panic. It creates large-scale disruption of computer, telecommunication network or information system so as to force a government or its people to fulfill some social, religious or political objectives. Attacks on military installation, power plants, air traffic control, bank, etc. are some example of cyber terrorism. So students, cyber terrorism क्या होता है? टेररिज्म जो कंप्यूटर्स के या नेटवर्क्स के थ्रू होता है, जो किसी पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा को फुलफिल करने के लिए किया जाता है. Now here we have. So students, now our next topic is, here you can see the picture of cyber terrorism. Now let's start our new topic, that is cyber security. So cyber security is a collection of technologies, processes and practices developed to protect networks, computers, programs and data from attack, damage or unauthorized access. Here let's read about some cyber security. Here we have firewalls. A firewall is a system designed to prevent unauthorized access to or from a private network. You can implement a firewall in either hardware or software. From a combination of both, firewall prevent unauthorized internet access from occurring private network connected to the internet intranets. All messages entering or leaving the internet must pass through the firewall, which examines each message and blocks those that do not meet the specified security criteria. Now, next we have encryption software. While transferring data over network, we may lose data privacy. We can protect our data from unauthorized access by using the technique called encryption. Encryption is the process of converting information or data into a code, especially to prevent unauthorized access. Encryption software is used to create the encrypted text called ciphertext. To read an encrypted message, it has to be decrypted with the same software on the receiver's side. This process is called decryption. Encryption software is a software that uses cryptography to prevent unauthorized access to digital information. Cryptography is used to protect digital information on computers as well as digital information that is sent to other computer over the internet. Here you can see the picture of encryption software. Now we have our next topic is biometrics. It is the most safe method to give authorization rights to an individual. In biometrics, a person is verified by means of his or her unique biological or physical characteristics. It recognizes a person by retinal scan, fingerprints, voice recognition, etc. These features of a person are saved in a database. When a person tries to access the system, the new data put by him is matched with the saved data. It verified by the unique identifier. The person is allowed to access the system. Here you can see the interface of biometrics. Now students, before we move further, here we have an interesting fact, that is 91% of attacks begin with email phishing. Now, next security is password. A password is a sequence of characters such as letters, numbers and symbols used as secret key for accessing a computer system or network. It guarantees that the system is accessed only by the authorized user. To protect data and important information, strong password should be used. You can see the picture of a password. Now our next topic is backups. In computer terminology, backup refers to the process of making copies of data or data files to used in the event the original data files are lost or destroyed. These additional copies are called backups. Backup can also be used to restore the files that have been deleted accidentally or corrupted by the virus. Now next we have cookies. A cookie is a text message given to a web browser by a web server. The web browser saves this user specific data in a text file. This file is called a cookie. This file is later used by the browser to prepare customized web pages. A user is not required to fill the stored information every time he purchases goods online. Cookies are safe document which can be deleted anytime. Apart from that, they can create harmful consequences if read by an unauthorized person. Hackers can use cookies to get access to the user's sensitive information, which can be misused to commit further crimes. It is advised to delete the cookies regularly to avoid any kind of privacy threat, especially when working on public computers. Now, students, this is it from this chapter. So, what we have learned in this chapter, let's revise through some key points. So, first, today we face various winds of challenges and threats related to the use of network. तो स्टूडेंट्स आज के टाइम पे हमें काफी सारे थ्रेट्स और काफी सारे नेटवर्क रिलेटेड थ्रेट्स देखने को मिलते हैं. नाउ नेक्स्ट, अ साइबर क्राइम इज एनी अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी डन थ्रू इंटरनेट. तो साइबर क्राइम क्या होती है? कोई भी अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी जो इंटरनेट के थ्रू होती है. नेक्स्ट, cyber crimes can be divided into three main groups: crime against an individual person, crime against individual person, crime against property और crime against an organization और society. तो साइबर क्राइम्स को साइबर क्राइम को तीन पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करा गया है, जो है क्राइम अगेंस्ट इंडिविजुअल पर्सन, क्राइम अगेंस्ट प्रॉपर्टी और क्राइम अगेंस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. नाउ थर्ड, in email spoofing, a receiver of a message is fooled into believing that the message received by him is from authenticated source which actually is not so. ईमेल स्पूफिंग क्या होती है? ईमेल स्पूफिंग के अंदर जो यूजर है उसको ये बिलीव कराया जाता है कि जो उसके पास मैसेज आया है वो एक ऑथराइज्ड एंटिटी की तरफ से आया, जबकि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. नाउ साइबर बुलिंग इज एन एक्ट ऑफ हार्मिंग और harassing through information technology is in an international manner, such as threatening message by email, posting of shameful photos and videos on social networking sites, etc. तो स्टूडेंट, साइबर बुलिंग क्या होती है? साइबर बुलिंग जैसे अभी हमने पढ़ा, साइबर बुलिंग वही होती है कि अगर हमें कोई थ्रेटन कर रहा है कि हमारी फोटोज या वीडियोस को ऑनलाइन पोस्ट करने के लिए. नाउ नेक्स्ट, identity theft is an act of stealing and misuse of someone's personal information. So identity theft क्या होती है? इसका मतलब अगर कोई हमारी पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन को यूज कर रहा है और इंटरनेट के थ्रू ये दिखा रहा है कि ये हम ही हैं. नाउ नेक्स्ट, साइबर सिक्योरिटी इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज, processes and practices designed to protect network, computer, program and data from attack, damage और unauthorized access. तो साइबर सिक्योरिटी क्या होती है? साइबर सिक्योरिटी एक ऐसी प्रैक्टिस है, ऐसा प्रोसेस है और ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जो हमें इन सारे साइबर क्राइम से सेव करने के लिए हेल्प करती है. So students, this is it from this chapter. Soon we are going to learn about many interesting chapters of computer. Till then, revise what we have learned today. Thank you.